Bola was now a grown woman. She was no longer the little girl who was afraid of what her parents would do to her for her wrong choices in the past. Bola is a young woman who had previously lost her son to an orphanage. She dropped him off in fear of what her parents would do and how they would react when they discovered that their daughter, whom they sent to school, was pregnant and had given birth to a child at her age. And the boy responsible for the pregnancy was nowhere to be found. Her parents were ashamed of her, and so they sent her away. The father of the child, Femi, had run away and was nowhere to be found. Bola suffered the shame and trauma that followed her everywhere she went. Her family humiliated her so much that she almost lost her mind. Years later, Bola had rebuilt her life back. She was now married and had 2 children of her own. But she never forgot her lost son. She often thought about him and wondered how he was and how he would look like. It made her look sad anytime she remembers him. Every day of her life, she regrets ever leaving him in the orphanage. Her husband noticed that she wasn't happy. He asked her what the problem was, but she refused to tell him because she wasn't sure how he would react. But her husband was a good man who loves her so much. He didn't give up on finding out what was troubling his precious wife. One day, Bola decided to tell him about her son. He was understanding and supportive. He offered to help her find him. Bola and her husband searched for her son for months. They went to the orphanage, but the staffs who knew about the boy who was dumped there several years ago were all retired. Bola and her husband did not give up so easily. They went back to the streets every day to ask questions, till they found a man who knows someone that worked in the orphanage. He directed them to the address. After several weeks of searching, they finally found him, living in a small town. He was now a grown man who was in the university. When Bola and her husband met him, he was reluctant to accept them as his family. He had never known his biological parents, and he was angry that she had given him up for adoption. He too suffered from the pain of not having his real family around him. His half-brothers made fun of him as a boy, and he never got it out of his mind. Bola understood her son's anger. She knew that he needed time to process everything. She was patient and understanding. Over time, Bola and her son began to build a relationship. They had so many long talks, and Bola shared her story with him. She explained why she had given him up for adoption, and she apologized for the pain she had caused him. Bola's son eventually realized that she was his mother. He was so sorry for the way he had treated her, and he promised to be part of her life. Bola was overjoyed. She had finally gotten her son back. She knew that their relationship would take time to build, but she was confident that they would be a family again. Bola's story is a reminder that family is everything. Even when things are tough, family is there for each other. Bola's son eventually realized that he needed his mother in his life, and they were able to rebuild their relationship. Bola's parents realized that they had made a mistake by abandoning her, and they were able to reconcile with her. They traveled all the way to the big city to look for her after so many years. She never blamed them for their actions. She accepted them with open mind because no matter what, they were her family. They got to meet their grandchildren and son-in-law. Bola's story is a happy ending, and it shows that love can overcome any obstacle. It is also a reminder that it is never too late to mend broken relationships. Bola's son was angry with her for many years, but ultimately, he realized that he needed her in his life. Bola was patient and understanding, and she was able to win back her son's love. Bola's story is a testament to the power of love and forgiveness. It shows that even when things are difficult, it is possible to rebuild relationships and create a happy family. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this story. Please subscribe, like, comment nice things, tell us what you feel about this story, and don't forget to share too. That's the only way to encourage us to keep bringing you amazing stories. Until next story, bye bye.